Welcome to another Extreme Super Ultra review episode. This time we are reviewing Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time. With me today is Foehamner.
Hello.
Hello. Alright, so Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time, I've bought it on Steam. It's developed by an indie studio called Asteroid Base. From what I can tell, it's their first release. It's also available on Xbox Game Store, GOG, and Humble. So I'm not sure if it's available on PlayStation. Maybe not yet. So it's an indie studio. And I've played it on Steam. And you played a bit of it at PAX, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, how shall we begin? Do you want to give me your thoughts on it first?
Well, should we describe the game first, if anyone doesn't know anything about it?
Alright, so, totally forgot about that. Sorry, I just woke up.
Right.
Lovers in Dangerous Space-Time is a two-player co-op game where you pilot a circular ship. So, in the ship, there are a few nodes, I guess you can say, like a few stations.
Yeah.
So there are 4 guns, 4 turrets, top, down, left, right. There's an engine to steer the ship. There's a special weapon that you can't control where it fires, but it's constantly rotating around your ship. So you sort of have to time when you want to fire that gun. And there's a shield. So everything is movable except for the turrets. The turrets are stationary, but you can aim like a very limited radius depending which gun you use.
If my memory is correct, I think the PAX build, there was one turret that you could rotate around the ship like the shield. It's the same turrets that you see now, like just a regular kind of machine gunny type turret, but it's only one of them and you rotated it around.
Okay, maybe I didn't play far enough to get that yet.
Or maybe they changed it in the build. I don't know. Is the ship the same the entire time, or do you get upgrades?
There are different ships.
Oh,
but
different ships. Okay.
I haven't unlocked the others yet. I'm still using the default first ship.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's the gist of it, and it's a co-op game. So each of you will only be able to control one station at a time. So you have to communicate, and it's only local co-op. There's no online co-op.
I was gonna ask that. Darn.
Yeah. So I think just to get it right off the bat, that will be probably the only negative I have about the game. No online co-op. Everything else is great. It's probably one of the best co-op games I've ever played. You really need to communicate with your partner, and if one of them is weak, I guess, it's gonna be a lot of problems.
Sure.
Yeah, so
do you find that you specialize when you're playing with somebody? Like you're typically the driver shielder, the other person's typically okay.
Yeah, so that's one of the things I wanted to get into. So basically, you tend to find a pattern. So typically, I would be the one driving the ship, while my girlfriend would be the one handling the shields. So I felt okay. Maybe another negative. I'm not too sure, but sometimes you will be given like roles. So there'll be times where my girlfriend will be handling the shields majority of the time, because the shields are so freaking important.
Yeah.
And I'll be the one handling the engines because you need to constantly move around.
Right.
So it feels sort of like you don't have an opportunity to play another role, although you do, but it's you find your optimum station, I guess.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Though.
And I guess the best way to play is to make sure maybe one person on engines, one person on shields, and then designate 2 turrets to a person. But when you're fighting a boss and like and all the enemies are coming from each direction, things will get hectic pretty soon. So which is actually one of the fun parts of the game.
I feel like in a boss fight, the engines are almost less important than normal because you're just surrounded, so you can't really run anywhere. So you're just kind of like work shields as best as possible and use the guns to protect the flank. I don't know.
The second boss, or is it the first? The first stage, last boss.
I've only seen the bear one, or
yeah,
major,
there's the bear
minor,
one.
whatever.
So the bear one will keep hitting you, and there are asteroids around, which are freaking annoying. So if you don't move away, the asteroids will damage you as well.
Okay.
So there's a lot of things to think about when you're playing this game, which is the hectic gameplay is kind of fun actually.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's one of the key things for a cooperative game. It's a weird line to walk. You want to put the people, you know, in a nasty situation, so they're frantically yelling instructions at each other, but it also has to be, you know, manageable and doable. And this game does it well.
It sort of reminds me of that mobile game. I can't remember what it's called, but basically you play with a few people, you connect to each other's phones, and each of you will be given a separate screen of a spaceship or something.
It's like you're on a bridge of a spaceship and each one's a different station. Yeah.
Yeah, and the instructions that you're given is not actually for you, it's for another person.
Okay.
So that's very interesting. So this one, you'll constantly be giving instructions to people, and if you're the type to have a more dominating personality, people can hate you, I guess.
Sure, totally. You're
It's
quarterbacking the whole game.
definitely a Mario Party, Mario Kart style kind of relationship breaker kind of game. I feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's almost like that. I love the art style, and I love the the music, the soundtrack that comes with it. I feel the team is very well gelled together. Like they had you can see it's one vision, and it's not trying to shove a couple of separate teams together to make it work. It's a very well unified experience. So I do recommend the game, but I think it will be difficult to play on the PC a bit, because...
Have you played it single player at all?
Yes, I actually played single player. In single player, you'll be given a pet, and the pet you can direct to which station you want the pet to go to.
Does it freeze time when you do that or something?
It slows down time.
Okay.
So it slows down time significantly. So the pet will, let's say if it's a shield, then it will control the shield automatically. When like there's fire,
decent at it.
It's okay. It will get it will get confused when there's multiple enemies from multiple directions.
And it's because the shields like are how you beat certain enemies, by deflecting missiles back at them. So
yeah, deflecting missiles, or some ram onto you. Some of them ram into your ship, and the shields are the one that's supposed to like propel them back. And then their weakness will open up. So it's definitely... I don't recommend playing this solo. It's doable, maybe on easier levels, but I don't recommend playing this solo because this game is pretty freaking hard.
It's clearly made as a cooperative game.
Yeah, and even playing two people on normal difficulty is freaking difficult. So we play casual. I think we played like the first 3 levels on normal, and then we just, oh fucking hell, it's too difficult. We're just gonna change it back. We're just gonna change it to casual.
And you can change it per level.
You can change, you can change it per level.
Okay, cool.
So a campaign will have like 4 or 5 levels.
Okay.
You do have upgrades, so you get like beam gems, metal gems, and when you put it onto certain stations, it will modify it. So if let's say you put a metal gem onto your shield will turn into metal.
That's cool.
So
is it locked in, or can you move it later?
You still
change your mind.
The gems.
Yeah.
You have to get a special other power up. It's sort of like to get rid of the upgrades to take it out of the station. So, but it's a one-use item only. So things like that, like the gem, like the metal gem on your shield, making your shield metal is an advantage because when you move your normal shield, it will be turned off when it's moving.
Okay.
So a metal shield can't be turned off.
Cool.
When you're moving it. So yeah, it's just little stuff like that. You will find like certain upgrades you will like to put at certain stations better. Like I like to put my power gems onto my turrets to make it shoot 3 instead of 2 laser beams. So it's just stuff like that. You can unlock ships. It's a very cute game, but don't let the visuals fool you. It's freaking difficult. And I found the beginning difficult because I was playing on the PC. I was playing with controller, and you technically can play these 2 players on the keyboard.
Okay.
But the
one person,
stupid
like,
thing
whilst one
is,
arrow. Mhm.
yeah, the stupid thing is, you can bind the same keys for both players.
Oh.
So you have to look at the keys properly and bind them to what you like, and
Yeah.
make sure the other players' binded keys are not the same. So let's say, yeah,
Right.
that's probably one of the stupid things about the game, but I recommend it if you have
Cool.
somebody to play it with, and if you can buy it on the Xbox, get it on the Xbox. It's a better couch. It's a couch co-op game. It's not really a PC co-op game.
Yeah.
So
Local co-op on PC is not really a thing.
yeah. So what did you think about it?
Pretty much what you said. I didn't play it for very long. Most of my experience was watching other people play in line. It seems like people were having a good time, just trying to cooperate with the people they were with. The guy who I played with was nice. I mean, I don't have anything to add to what you said. I think you covered all the bases pretty well. I didn't really know about the different ships, though, because the demo is only just one level. So I think that's really cool, because I can, vary up some play styles and whatnot. Is it just a bunch of different campaigns you can play through, or is it like one long, like, arcing
It's
campaign?
a few different campaigns. I think 4.
Oh, that's interesting.
I think.
And so, like, you play one campaign, unlock a ship, and you can use that ship in a different campaign?
No, you have to. So basically, each level, the objective is to rescue this little like cute characters that's captured. So to rank up, you need to reach a certain number of characters rescued. Let's say rank 1 you need 10, rank 2 you need 20. So each rank will give you a special upgrade, and after rank 4 or something, you can choose ships as your upgrades.
Okay.
So I'm in the middle of the second campaign. I'm still using the first ship.
Okay. One thing the game did kind of remind me of, do you know the game Guns of Icarus?
Yeah.
It's a first-person game where
Airship,
you're manning
yeah.
an airship. Yeah, it reminded me of that, but way way friendlier, I guess, because you're cooperating against a PC. Because like when I play Guns of Icarus online with 3 random people online, pretty much every time the person who's the captain is going to be a dick. I mean, it is the captain's job, I guess, to direct people, but some people just are not understanding. It's like, it's all your fault for letting the engine blow up. It's like, I was fixing the propellers because you steered us into enemy fire, It's like, it's not my fault. Didn't get that with this game. There's a little bit of it, I guess, but it's just more, like if something bad happens in this game, it usually resulted in laughter or something, or that was cool.
Yeah.
And I think that's partly because of the visuals. And partly
yeah.
at the time because it was, brand spanking new.
Yeah, the quirky visuals help.
Yeah, I think.
It can get frustrating a bit sometimes, but it is it didn't get onto those kind of levels like you mentioned in Guns of Icarus. Yeah. So yeah, Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time, if you can only buy on a PC, I would recommend playing it on a controller and somebody else taking the keyboard. I feel playing on a controller was much easier. I recommend getting it on the consoles. So yeah, Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time, go get it. One of the best co-op games I've ever played. So yeah, that's the end of this Extreme Super Ultra review of Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time. Bye bye.